So I just have a simple question here. So which educator, all right, thank you, Mr. Hilary. So which educator will produce a better learning between the two? You can just type on the chat. We already know, I know, we know the answers already, but just to give a context to some things. So someone who just has just a little material he or she does the classes with. Yeah, so teacher A eventually will, thank you, Mr. Michael. So teacher A eventually will deliver, in as much as he has little tools within his disposal, but certainly will deliver. All right. And that's just the basic thing we also have to bear in mind, that your tools will not replace a great educator. It can only amplify you. So it's not dependent upon the tools. And that's why we started from the week one. Why do you want to teach? What's the purpose? What's the idea? And then the second place last week was on the skills, because we understand that tools cannot replace a great educator. It can only amplify whatever thing that they are doing already. So we had our week one, which was the mindset, discovering your why. We had our week two, which was the skills on becoming an exceptional educator. And then today we'll be looking at the tools, which is the workspace that helps you actually teach at scale. Then always remember that I think I forgot to even introduce today's topic. Yeah, so building your digital teaching workspace. So that's what we're looking at today. How do we build our own digital teaching workspace? Owing to the fact that it's going to amplify whatever thing that we do. Okay, so let's just dive into week three and see what it has for us. So now we'll look at the very 5 steps of what we are doing already. So we've completed the mindset, completed skills, completed the tools is what we are working on today. So please, it's very important you watch those recordings. It's really going to help to give perspective to a few things we've been doing all this while. And it will be very fine if you do well to catch up on the recordings. Okay, so for today's class, we'll have 3 sessions. I'm going to be very fast to see whether we can cover them. So we'll have part A, building your own digital teaching workspace. Then part B, how you can create high quality learning resources. And then part C, how you can build systems that can save time when it comes to your classes. So let's dive in to the very first one, which is building your own digital teaching workspace. So I'm going to give you a review. For some of us that are teaching already, just give us that grace. For some of us that we'll have people that are new to the system, so we also have to show them very, very fast. So always remember that your workspace is your digital classroom. I looked at the beginner setup. So what are the key setup? Everybody eventually need a laptop. So everything you need to start teaching well, right? Just the first thing is your laptop. Ensure that you have a laptop, all right? No matter how, it must not be that expensive. It mustn't be that expensive, but then you will need something that will load when you ask it to load, and open up when you actually want it to open up. So it doesn't behave like supercomputer that will power in maybe you wait for like 30 minutes before it comes on. So I think any decent for teaching, any decent laptop would do very well. I think Mr. Hillary can help us with just a description of anyone he feels will do well for anybody starting for the first time. Then the second one is your drawing tablet. I'm going to make emphasis on that. Your ring light, very, very important, no matter how small. Then a desk and a table. Well, when I started at first, I looked for that video, but I couldn't find that video. I was actually seated on the floor, basically, so a man must start somewhere at every point in time, but a desk and a chair is extremely important for the comfort of you teaching for a very long hour, so that your waist will not be like that of my grandma. All right, so it's very important to have your desk and your chair. Then internet, very important, your power bank, and then Google Meet. So let me dive into each and every one of them very, very fast and see how far we could go. I've talked about laptop, very important. So if you really want to teach, you need your laptop. It's extremely very important, extremely important. So please prioritize getting a laptop if you don't have a laptop yet. Now, the drawing tablets, this is what it looks like for the drawing tablets. I think it's around either 60,000, 58,000. Just this is on Jumia of recent. So this is the current price. Okay. Confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can I hear you?
Yeah, please. Yeah, that response is very important. So what it works with a mobile phone as well. I would have asked Mr. Mike to just give a screenshot of his own at the time being. So you can connect it to your phone. You can as well connect to your laptop. So in any way, it works both ways. But I prefer you connect to your laptop because sometimes when you're using your phone, it does, if even if you put it on landscape, people will still notice that you're using your phone and it doesn't give you, even you that is teaching, say you're not feeling it. So I think it's extremely important that you get your laptop. Very easy, connect to it. And once you connect, as you are writing, there's an app you're going to install on your laptop. All right. Even on the phone, it can work on WPS, it can work on PowerPoint. Mr. Mike, I think your own was WPS and it works really fine. You can use OneNote.
Yep.
So first of all, get it. Yeah, it works very well, right? On phone, yeah, with WPS. Mr. Mike.
Sure, it's well.
Yeah, okay, beautiful. So you can just do well to get any of them. It's going to serve very, very well. So start saving your money. If you don't have it yet, please do well. This is your start. This is where it begins from. All right. Even if you don't have a laptop yet, you can connect to your phone. But like I said, it is not really efficient that way. But then start from there. Save your. I think you get at 40,000, depending on the size. But me, I prefer this big one because it gives you the space to write. It gives you that very space to write. Because when you start writing with this, it is another school on its own. How to place your hands and the rest of them. Mr. Mike, isn't it? It's another school on its own to know how to how to place
Very,
your hand on
very
it. But
true.
then you said?
Very true. That might
Yeah.
take like 3 days to master.
Exactly. So, but then eventually it's something that you can as well walk through at the end of the day. So it starts from there, basically. All right. Good. So that said, so please save your money. You can get that for 4,000 as well. I think so. So let's just watch a demo to see how it looks like very fast. Confirm you can see the second tab I'm sharing. Can you? Um, Before you continue, accept all. Okay, let me do that. 2 sec. So you can just see how it looks like because this should be practical. So it doesn't look like we're talking a lot of things. Just very quick. Meanwhile, I sincerely apologize about joining so late. I had it in my. Okay, let me share this start instead. Confirm you can see the video now. Can we see the video? So from the video you can see that that's the pen. All right. So once you connect the pen, connect to the laptop, and they're writing on that very black stuff, it's showing on the screen. So I believe we saw that very demo, right? If you saw everything, give me a thumbs up. We can move to the next thing, isn't it? Confirm we can move to the next. All right, thank you. So that's exactly how. Oh, I think I like that sound. Can someone hear about that sound? It's giving a vibe, I like that sound actually. All right, so let's proceed. So that's what we just watch the demo right away, and that's how it works. So to the next slide, please. Now, the next thing I think you should invest on is on ring light. Very, very important. I was surprised when I saw the price last night. I think around the time I got this some years, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was around 9,000, but now it's 3,000 something. So it's quite cheap. So that's my own ring light. I just took a shot last night. Though the ring light is not ring lighting again. It has stayed for a long time. You can see the light is dim, and that's the highest it could give me last night. Okay, so it's important that you just get that, insert your phone to it so that the students can see the face of the person teaching them. So it's very, very important that we invest in that. So and good thing about it, you can connect to your power bank. You can see that it can connect to, just plug it to your laptop, connect to your power bank. So I think power bank is more sustainable, so it doesn't drain your laptop. So I hope you are making list of the things you are going to buy as time goes on. So light your face and not your background. Very, very important so that students can see you. Now, the next one, I've spoken about this already. Very important. The desk and your chair. Very, very important. Plastic chair can do for the time being. Then as time goes on, you start moving. So the next one is your internet connection. Just, you could use your phone, all right, to hotspot. But remember that when you have a call, it takes you out of the call, out of the class. Like, I don't know if anybody have encountered that before. But then for me, when I started, I was using my phone, I was hotspot. And if call enters, it throws you out of the class. So I don't think it's something good for you to always be thrown out of the class. Sorry, my video, I would have turned my video, but let me try see whether I can just on my video and then show a few things, basically. So it's important but you can start with that anyway. Couple of times I was thrown out of the class. The students understand you're in Nigeria, so that's not a problem. But then over time, I think it's important to invest in buying some other things. But for a start, I think it's entirely fine. So just use your phone on the data and you start your classes. So that's for a beginner setup. So let's proceed to the next. All right. So very important. The next one is power bank. I don't think there's any teacher that shouldn't have a power bank. I think it's a must. It's more like your oxygen to survive as long as you are in Nigeria. But then if you've traveled outside the country, that's entirely fine. But if you are still within the same space of all of us, I think power bank is a must, at least 20,000 mAh, because it doesn't make sense telling somebody that you cannot join class because there's no lights. For me, it sounds more like telling a school you are teaching that you cannot come to school because you don't have transport fare. It's still the same thing. And I don't think it makes sense to tell someone you're working with that you cannot join because you don't have light to join in. So power bank is very important. I'm saying this because there was someone I worked with some time ago, and the young man told me there's no lights. So the class for that day cannot hold. I had to start running around to see how I would hold the class for the students. But it shouldn't be that way. It doesn't make sense. Because like I said, it's more like telling your employer that okay, no, they come work today, transport no day. So that's for that. So power bank, put it into your budget. Now, this is very important. How you can join with two devices. It helps you in a way that you can monitor when some of the children can be funny. The child is hearing you, but he's pretending as though, so I cannot hear you. But some people can be funny. So how do you monitor whether a child can hear you, a student can hear you, whether it's from their own end, so that at every point in time you don't think it's your own network. You can join with two devices. Even same email can work, but then use two different mails. So now, how do you join? If you're willing, give me a thumbs up, please. Stay with me. Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, thank you. So how do you join? Look at these things I gave here now. First of all, when you log in, this is what you're going to see. Your video might be off. You can turn everything off. Let's say your first device is already there. So just like me, if you check, I'm using two devices now. But then one of them is muted, including the audio is not out. So when the mic is on, you can turn off the mic for the second one, turn off the video for the second one. Now, when you do that, there is this icon. I don't know how I cropped off that icon. There is that speaker icon. Check your phone. You are going to see a place you have that speaker icon. Do you know what I'm talking about now? Anyone following? There is a place you're going to find your speaker icon on the phone. Yes, everybody, yeah, thank you. There's a place you have your speaker icon. Once you type on that icon, you're going to see this option: speaker, phone, turn off sound. So click on turn off sound. What it does is that you will not be hearing anything again from that device, because if that sound is on, you'll be hearing that sound. I think Mr. Mike will understand better in terms of physics. I think that's resonance. You have different frequencies, and then your class will be like you are in the marketplace trying to sell some things, basically. So it's important, once you turn it off, that particular place, you are not hearing anything again. The only thing you are seeing at that point is just the display. Your slide, whether you are sharing your screen or whatever thing, is entirely fine. We are using Google Meet because it is easier for anybody. Though some tutoring companies prefer Zoom, but it's still the same principle. Nothing has changed. If you are confused about anyone, YouTube should be your friend. Just go on YouTube, search how to use Zoom. In 3 minutes, you are done with the video, and then you are good to go. So I think it's very important that you can use two devices to join. For me, even when I was using my phone, I tried as much to join two devices so that you could monitor whether they could see your screen, whether they are following through, whether you can adjust something instead of just having just one device. You are talking that way. You can only do that for an adult, maybe an adult that is very, very advanced, but for young people, you want to see whether they are following you. Sometimes they feel just put class and then they are doing something else altogether. And at the end of 30 minutes, you ask questions, you're on your own. And it can be heartbreaking when students do some of those their funny stuffs. All right, I hope we're clear on this, on how you can join with two devices. And everybody, we are clear on how to join with two devices. If you are clear, can you give me a thumbs up? joining with two devices now, so you can monitor your students. Are we clear on that? Okay, beautiful. So very, very important that you do that. All right. So now, how do we, as we now grow, what are the things we expected to add to the entire stuff as we keep growing? All right. So as your teaching grows, your tools should grow with you. Is very, very important. All right. So for me, the way I see it as a farmer that began. There's these two kinds of farming. How do you guys call it? Commercial, and then the guys that plant for their own consumption again. English is very difficult. I don't know what they call them again. We have people that plant for their own consumption and then commercial. So for me, I feel that the more you grow, it's important that you deliberately
Subsistence.
invest in the tools. Subsist. So I forgot that you are here. I forgot that you can even give me the synonyms of everything already. Thank you, sir. All right. So that said, let's look at the key things I think is also very important as you move. Now, I think this is a list that will help us as we grow over time. So you could just tick this list of things that you need to buy. So as you're getting the money as time goes on, you have to check. Phone is also very important. So for myself, I had to get a phone that can also enable me to write directly. In case I'm out, maybe I can't go with the tab and the rest of them. Even my phone is also my workspace. So I think it's important that you also look at not just getting phone because the phone is fine, for people that like iPhone and so I think you get it because it also aids the work you do. So that was why I went for Samsung as well when it comes to the phone. So laptop, very important. The drawing tablet, the lights. Then I will talk about this one later. Then external monitor, your webcam, your microphone, and eventually you have your professional workspace. So I think this is a list that we should keep somewhere so that as time goes on, it's not something we get at a go, but I think it's so we hope. All right. So let me just for this particular one, I think it's a long-term investment. So if you could do this, that's entirely fine. And I think you can also get, I don't know about it, but I think the budget should be around at least something like 300, 400,000. But I think it's something worth doing for the long term. The money is going to come back at the end of the day. So why do I like this one more than the drawing tab? I will share my screen shortly and then show you little things like why I prefer this particular tab in terms of teaching. It gives you that freedom to do a lot of things. There's nothing you could not do. You cannot do it. Mr. Sam will still arrest me in this my English. There's nothing you cannot do when it comes to this. All right. So let me share my screen shortly so you understand what I'm talking about and why I'm making emphasis that I feel that this is important. Confirm you can see the second screen, please. Can we confirm you can see the second screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. How about now? How about now? Okay, good. So look at what will happen here now. I have different options here, and I can decide to change this now, right? Add a page. I can decide to change to, if I want to plot a graph, it gives me that option of a graph. And your lines could be very straight, like you could just draw freehand and it straightens for you immediately. So you want to plot graph, anything you want to do, it gives you that particular freedom. So I think it's something that we can get in the long term while we work towards the one you have currently. It gives you that particular freedom. Any color you want it to be black, you want to draw a perfect circle, anything you want to.
I can't see the screen, sir.
Confirm. You say you can't see the screen?
Yeah, I can't see.
There are two screens. Is there another person that cannot see the screen, please?
I think it's
Another
on his
person that
end.
can. Yes, there are two of them. If you can't, okay, there are two screens. Maybe I should stop sharing the other one so that you can see only one. So let me stop sharing. Yeah. So I think you can now see the white one. Confirm you can see the white screen now. Only the white screen.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Just the white screen. So I was saying something that it gives you the freedom to plot your graph, draw a perfect circle. In fact, anything you want to do, it gives you that freedom. You want to rotate your circle, you can as well rotate the circle, and it's something I feel in the long term we could actually let me just draw something and then see how we can just rotate at the time being. So please, it's something I recommend for the long term, especially for those into STEM. If you know your subjects have to do with science and the rest of them, so you could rotate. It has that freedom, and you could actually add anything at all you want to do. So that's for that. So let me not spend so much time. It has this option for a straight line. It has the option for maybe you want to put a black color. It gives you that particular freedom as well. So anything at all you want to do, and I recommend that entirely. And it saves you the stress. Even if your laptop is down, for example, why I also like this, that if your laptop is low, you could join with this and then your phone. So your phone serves as your webcam, your camera, and then the tab serves as your writing distance. So you don't need to carry your laptop, when the battery is down, because we are in Nigeria now. I know how things could be. So when that tab is on, you are good to go with your phone. So it saves you a lot of stress in the long term. So I'm sharing my screen once again. So let's move on. Sorry, let me share again. So it really, really helps anyway. And it saves you, it's more like as if you are writing on paper. That's how I see it. But that particular one I showed you that Mr. Mike said will take you 3 days to learn. It's a lot. It doesn't give you that freedom per se compared to this. All right. You can as well import images to it. If you want to sketch on it, you can insert your images right on the images. There's nothing literally you could do with that. So I think it changes the whole thing for you. That's the game changer. All right. Then external monitor as well. The benefit is that it helps you. You can see two things at the same time. You could see that for this particular place, my WhatsApp is here on the laptop. Then you can see my slide right here. So as I'm looking at the slide here, I'm looking at I can follow through if there's any message or something I want to check. Or maybe you are teaching something, a student asks you a hard question at the time being, you need to answer it. Instead of you turning off your camera, the child notice the child will notice that this guy wants to go and check the answer, but then your camera is still on, you are still teaching, and then your left hand side is going to your laptop to search out for the information you need to give out at the time being. So I think it's also something that will help, that you can monitor two things at the same time and makes the entire workflow entirely easy for you. So then your webcam is also very important. It improves the quality of the video or your classes. All right. So mine is not on now because the gen you just had to fix it a bit now, and it's on. So soon I'm going to on my camera. So the webcam actually helps as well to keep the whole thing seamless, and even as you're looking at yourself, you'll be happy. So it's something worth investing in as well. So you can just put the list, but this is as time goes on, so that you don't forget eventually that these are things you need to buy, because the money will still come back when you invest in them. All right. Then your mic and your headset. So the mic as well is very important. It amplifies your sound a bit. Yeah, it does the job of amplifying your sound. So for example, the one I'm using currently, I don't know if you can see me, but the one I'm using currently, um, it has both the ear and then the mouth as well. So, and it's just one ear, so that you're not wearing two ears. I don't think is so you can also observe your environment. So this one works really well. For this one, I can be in the kitchen and I'm still talking in class. Even if I go downstairs, it still works. Like I don't know how they did that, but this I think works entirely fine, no matter the distance. And another good thing about it is that your mic can be showing that it is on. Like for example, now if you check the icon, if I can just turn off my mic will be on, like it's showing that the mic is on. But when I turn it off, but then the mic is still showing. So for students, sometimes you will be busy trying to fix something, so the child doesn't notice that, oh, your mic is off, maybe you're doing something, but then it happens. I'm giving this case because I know some days are like that some of these things happen. So that's for that anyway. So it's very important. It helps you. It can also cancel noise as well. So you just a long-term stuff you can actually look at. So for the internet, I think this could work. This is LTE Wi-Fi. It could work very, very well for the time being. Then you can as well get your MTN router for this one. It can as well work too. So either this anyone. But for the time being, the place I am currently, this fiber X is there. So connect that one is better and stronger, So, but I think these are categories of things we could do, and it's going to make the work seamless. For this LTE stuff, I think they sold 10,000 at the time. I don't know how much it is now. The MTN router, I can't remember. I think around 20, you could get a good one. I think it helps. And this one comes with the MTN one comes with this will I call it UPS? This one can stay up to 8 hours if charged. Then you plug directly to the MTN. That gives you a better and a more effective internet per se. All right, so that's for the internet upgrade. So please, it's something that is worth investing in, and that makes your class quite amazing. And less of can you hear me? Can you hear me? Though back in Cross River, I really suffered during that period. Okay. Any questions so far? uh, yeah, any questions so far? So sorry, I had to change this thing. Any questions so far? We are good, right? Somebody's hand is up. Oh. Who is that? Okay, that was a thumbs up for me. Okay, thank you. So I think that's for
Yeah,
that anyway.
yeah.
All clear, right?
The fiber. How much is the fiber again?
Okay, fiber, they have two options. I think they're about three, but the one I'm doing now is 30 for a month. That's 50 MPS.
Okay.
And good thing about them is that they don't charge for the installation. You just though you are going to give. I think everything I did there was around 37. The ladder that we used to install and everything, but then it's quite economical and it serves very well, provided there's lights. But it's stronger than I've been enjoying it so far. Yeah. So that's for that one. Any other question?
It's not limited, Abby.
Unlimited, yes. Unlimited, yes. It serves very well. It serves really well. All right. Any other question? Okay. Someone's hand is up. Okay. Go ahead. I can hear you.
I wanted to ask the tablets. Must it be Galaxy tablets? Can't any other tablet do the job
For
we
which
need
one?
to?
For which one?
For the
Okay, for the
glass,
tablets.
yes.
I showed two. For a beginning, I showed the first one. That one can serve very well actually. That first one. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yes,
hear
that
you.
first one. Yeah, that first one can serve very well. Like it delivers when you can connect your laptop. I'm just saying that just for future purpose. I just added that for future purpose. People that want to as well invest in that. But the other one will serve you completely. Like a lot of persons, that's what they use. It will serve you completely. Yeah, that particular one goes for people teaching things like there is no mathematics, chemistry. That one will serve very well. I think. Yeah, it's going to serve very well. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's going to serve very well. Yeah, can we continue now? Okay. All right. Thank you. So, sorry, my screen went off. Let me share again. Mr. Hillary, you can pick the second tile, please. Can you hear me, sir? Okay. And then that of Lota as well. Thank you. So let me share my screen now. Back again. Sorry. I don't know why. All right. Once you start seeing my screen, let me know, please. Here we go. Okay, so we've spoken about the internet upgrade. Anyone, check the one that is okay in your location, MTN, LTE, anyone at all. It's entirely fine. Can you see my screen? Okay, so that's for the internet upgrade. All right, so let's look at creating high quality learning resources now. Creating high quality learning resources. So one good thing about when you have these resources that it enables you, it gives you that freedom that once you have it, if you have another student, you can actually replicate those resources. So because of time, I'm just going to do one or two. I won't go into so much depth. I was thinking I'm going to start at 4:30, but then things happen. So that is the workflow. An idea, your idea, but for me, it's more of research first. Read and research, then ChatGPT. Then one good thing about ChatGPT now is that I have an option where you could do a group sub of just 7,000 for the month, right? That's for the plus. The guy has a website where you could actually do that. If you need that, you can let me know. I will ask him whether there are more options. I think they are. So you could join any of the groups. Just 7,000 a month. Then for Canva, I also have a guy that does for 250 for the group as well. Just 250 naira a month for Canva Pro. All right. So which means that with 7,000, this one is 6,800, I think. So 6,008 plus 250, that with 7,050 naira for the month, you have a working document that can help you create amazing worksheets, amazing slides for your teaching. So let's dive into each and every one of them so you could see that. So just start saving your money. 7,050 naira will save you stress for one full month. All right. It works entirely well. So let's just look at the flow and see how we could do that. Now, what can GPT do for you, right? It can help you generate your lesson objectives, your lesson outline. For people that came to our session last week, even that differentiated instruction, how to give to different learners, the visual learner, the hands-on learners, and the different kinds of learners, this will also help you. You can just tell it what you want to do. You need that DI, it gives you the ideas, gives you whatever thing you do. So for me, this guy is top-notch when it comes to brainstorming. All right. But I think that the quality of what you give to it determines the quality of what it gives back to you. So for me, I take time to invest in the research very well. All right. Break down my ideas. Sometimes I sketch on paper how I want it to be. Then I will fit to it. I discuss with the young man, and then we arrive at something very good, and then it builds up. So now let's look at an example now. So there's a page I have here. There's a prompt you can always you're going to use at every point in time. Though the whole prompt is not here, but I'm going to show us how that can be. So just know that it can give you the worksheet, can give you examples, the ideas. That's why I advocate for that pro. The normal one is limited. They can tell you come again in 5 hours time. I think that's how they do it now. If you chat and chat, they will be like, you've used your limit for today. But that pro gives you more and more options. All right. You can use that till you get tired as well. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at a prompt and let's get to work immediately. Now, for the prompt, you know that the quality of your prompt, the details you give, but main thing is that if you don't have the strength enough, you're not going to get something out of GPT. You have to be detailed enough. Talk about the topic. What is the subject? What is the curriculum you are looking at? What's the class and the grade? Even the number of slides, including the duration, your objectives. Is there a knowledge the person had before then? What is the tone? What is the language? What's the learner type? Are there special requests? That's why I think it's all about you getting to follow through your learner, know the kind of learner you have. All right. So let's do an example and we'll see how that goes. Are we together? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're following? So what will happen is that I will still find a way for the playbook. I want to do it in a way that you have this PDF with you. So the PDF will be available that you can make reference to it at every point in time. So I want to copy my prompt now, then edit the prompt, and then we move. The slide templates. All right. Because it's a slide, I cannot put the whole this. I just give an overview or give an overview. Mr. Samuel will arrest me after this class. I just give an overview of how the prompt should look like, basically. So here we go. I want to copy. Don't worry, so I'm coming for English lessons. But for now, I think I'm communicating anyway. Okay, let me copy. And sorry, my own laptop has gotten to the point where the guy is begging me to be changed as well. All right. The guy is begging me to be changed too. And that's why it's taking time sometimes. Okay. So sorry for the delay. Like the thing is now loading like a Rankan cycle. Okay, I want to create a new tab. I want to create a new tab. So in the new tab, I want to go to GPT. So I will share my screen shortly. So go to GPT and then let's create. I want to use, I don't know, let me do something general, you know. Let's use biology. Do I even, I know some
Biology.
I think somebody, I think we all did biology now, so let's use that. Yeah, except me, I don't think I did. Sorry, my internet again. They took light and then that's one thing about the MTN Kenny. That's the funny thing about it. So when the light is off, the network leaves you halfway. So there should always be a backup plan. All right. So let's move. Confirm you can still see my screen, please. Confirm you can still see my screen, please. Okay, you can't see again. Okay. Sorry. The owners of the lights took the light and the MTN people decided to go on break as well.
So
Okay.
you can't power the fiber with power bank.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's why they gave you unlimited. Now, if they give you power bank, you will suck all their data now. That's why they gave you that now. So if they give you, if they ensure you use power bank, that means MTN will lose at the end of the day. All right, so here we go. So I'm loading GPT now. So good enough, they keep updating every time. They now have for chat and then they have for work. There are two options. If you're using that Pro, you have the normal chat and then for work. So, but I'm going to be using the chat. Oh dear Lord, help us now. Help us now. Lord. All right. And I think I've left the meeting now. Yeah, and the good thing as well about two devices as well, you could see that the first device is off the meeting, but then the second one is still there. So it helps you. As I'm talking now, I'm still trying to fix the other side. So I think that's why two devices are also very good when it comes to classes. All right. So here we go. Please, once you can see my screen, let me know, please. All right. Confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen, please. Okay. Not yet. Though I'm sharing my screen already, actually. I'm sharing my screen already. How about now? I'm sharing my screen already. Though it's raining heavily here. Like, very heavy. How about now? Mr. Hillary, I think you need to pin Lotachuku. I'm sharing my screen, but then they are not seeing it. Okay, good. All right. So, can you see it now? All right, thank you. So, if you look to this side, you're going to see I have a folder already. There's a folder I tagged Sismo Tutors. Like anything I want to do on Sismo, it's important to create a folder, you know, because one thing about GPT is it remembers all the conversation, all right, that you had with it the last time. So I think it's okay to create a folder, but for now, let's just start from here. So let's go. I'm pasting my prompts now. So let me clear because this is coming from the PDF. All right, so now look at how it starts now. You are an exceptional curriculum designer, an instructional, you have to give it a role, an instructional presentation expert. So create a complete style-by-style outline and content for a classroom presentation. So let's use photosynthesis like I gave example here now. So let's use example on photosynthesis now. The subject is what? Let's use biology now. So I'm going to edit. So let's use for biology now. So, and then I clean, let's leave science. Let's just put biology now, all of them are science now. So let's have your biology right here. So now let's use Nigerian, all right? So you can decide, just tell it, be specific enough to tell it exactly what you want. So for us, we are using the Nigerian curriculum for this particular demo. So I'm going to clear here. So the prompt, the template is already there on the PDF that will be shared on the group chat. So don't worry, you have it right there with you. Okay. So so for this one, I think I can just use the national curriculum. I don't think I've stated already what I need. So let me clear here. So now what's the class? The class should be, let's use SS1, right? I think that's when they learn photosynthesis. Me, I didn't listen during biology in school. I think it's SS1, right? So let's say is it SS1 or just SS? I don't know. So let's use SS1. So tell it the number of slides, all right? So I can use Mr. Mike. I know you say you read well back in the days. So people like us that we couldn't pay attention in biology class because of the number of notes and the diagrams, it was a lot. So now, for duration now, let's give it, your classes can be 60 minutes now. So let's say 60 minutes. Then learning objectives, let's leave it blank. So let's tell it, generate it for me. So let me remove here. So for the objective, let it generate for you. But then, like I always say, please ensure that it's about you studying first. I think just read, and then this thing should come from you. So now your students, let's assume that let's not assume anything. Let's say that the child doesn't know anything. But then if you are teaching a child, you know the one he or she knows, and then how to navigate. That's what we talked about your diagnostic assessment last week. The first thing you're going to do anytime you are giving a new child, don't just start teaching the child. Let there be an assessment. If you approach a doctor, they'll first of all check to know what the problem is before giving you treatment. So that's the same thing with academics or teaching as well. So let's use simple visual for young learners. That's for the tone I want this guy to use for me. So now the language, let's use English or anyone at all you want it to do. So I'm cleaning here. Cleaning here as well. Let's clean here too. This is taking enough time, man. Then is there a special request you want this guy to do for you? Any special request? So for me, I think I would like this guy, he should use the example, include reward examples for students in Nigeria, right? So they can relate. Remember what I said that last week as I was trying to teach a child something on buoyancy, and I said fetching water from the well. The guy was looking at me because he has not done that before in his entire life, and probably because of the location where he is. So use examples that they can relate with for students in Nigeria, because the example used for a child in UK will not be the same with people like us. Anyone you say will remember and will understand them because we grew up right here. All right. So instructions. So start with a lesson, key vocabulary students should learn, how you want the lesson to start. If you want to start with an icebreaker, like I said last week, include the icebreaker. So because of time, I'll be skipping some things. So make the language simpler, all those things is entirely fine. These are things you can as well add to it. But then don't tell GPT to turn this to a PowerPoint for you at the moment. Though we have options. For example, you can use this AI co-pilot, like you have this GPT as a co-pilot inside your PowerPoint, but I don't want to go to that side. Let me just use something simple that anybody can use and minimize cost for us. All right. So you can add the speaker notes in more detail. You can as well create 5-style exam-based question. All right. So I'm going to remove this end part for this. So now let's go. I'm going to hit the button now. Let's ensure every details are in. So let's have the guy process and give us something. And after that, you go to Canva. If you don't have an account on Canva, I think you're not doing the right thing. So please get your account on Canva. And for today's class, I'll do something that you don't need any knowledge on Canva per se. But then I think it's a skill that you can actually check on YouTube. So this is the lesson overview he gave me, everything he gave me. the key vocabulary, it gave me my slide one, everything it gave me. All right, you can review and then edit. Then remember that we included the visuals I wanted to use. Suggested visuals is giving the visuals as well. In the prompt, I included that visual, the visuals I wanted to give to me. So after that, I will copy this particular prompt now, everything I have. All right, so let's just copy. So I'm copying, so type here, so it saves you the stress of getting to copy everything. Has the copy disappeared? Okay, still loading, please. Just a few minutes. Let it load. Are we still together, guys? Everyone, my people. Are you still following? A thumbs up if you are. All right, thank you. All right, because we don't need to. It's taking time to finish up. It's raining here actually, so I think that must have contributed. So, but let me just, since I'm waiting for that copy button, let me just head on to Canva while we wait for this guy to load. So I'm creating a new tab, and then I'm heading on to Canva. For each of these things, I'm using the Pro version. Like I said, it's not too expensive. 6,850 for the group sub. Your, what do you call it? Your Canva with just 250 for the month. You are good to go for your Canva, just 250. All right. So you can as well. I think the normal sub is 2,000 or thereabouts. But why go for 2,000 where you can go for 250? All right, and nothing changes. All right, and they will say this woman. Yes, you have to be economical at the time being. So it's loading. Canva is loading as well. Mr. Mike, you're laughing. Yeah. Besides, you don't have to do so much expenses to deliver. Okay, confirm you can see my screen. That guy is still loading. Don't worry, I'm loading my Canva now. So I'll just want to go back there, then pick up. I'm sorry, my system is very slow as well. Like I said, it's very slow as well. Because of the issues I had, I couldn't switch to. There's a system I should have used, but then time didn't allow. So let me copy this. Since the button, no agree come out. So let me just copy everything. Let me just copy, because I'm gonna need it. So let's copy everything. But remember to ensure you read the whole thing. So you don't so it doesn't include the one you don't know. Then eventually while teaching, church will dismiss. All right, so copy it now. So let's head on to Canva now. Confirm you can. I just wish the rain will at least have mercy on us to navigate a bit, just a little bit. How do we remember to ensure? You just have to remember, sir. But for me, I think I don't go straight up like this. So like you have to read first now, and you know what the student needs, and how to tailor it to the person's need actually. So for me, I think it's more of, first of all, getting your textbook to read. All right, you get to read the textbook of the topic you want to teach. Then you can now tell GPT what you want it to do. Okay. So now I'm sharing. Confirm you can now see the Canva presentation now. Confirm. Confirm, please. Yes. Which one are you seeing now?
GPT.
GPT. Okay. Yeah. So sorry about that. Oh, it's coming. How about now? Yeah. Today's session, a lot of things are happening. From light down to the rain. I think you are seeing it now. I can see it as well. Yeah. The importance of two devices as well. So I can see now. So now look at this place now. I'm using the Pro version, like I said, 250 only. I'm emphasizing on that 250, 250 naira only. Now, look at this Canva AI now. Can you see this place? Canva AI. Confirm you can see my cushion. Canva AI. I can see it as well. Good. Now, in as much as you can actually choose different templates here and start building from scratch. but there's no time to do this. Things have changed. So you click on this Canva AI now. So I'm clicking on it now. It's loading. Let's wait for it. I'm clicking on the Canva AI. All right. Then allow it to load. Yeah. The Lord will help us. I think this LTE is stronger than the MTN this thing now. Are you sure I won't switch to it? I think it's stronger. The screen is blank now, right? Confirm. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, as well. So let me use Sismo for the time being. Let's use this one. So let's see whether it could be faster for us. Okay. Yeah. I think you said I left the meeting. Why would that happen now? Okay. What will happen? Let me see if I can. Okay. I think he's back. I mean, since I'll use the tab straight up, this one is taking so much time. Maybe use the tab and proceed. Um, oh boy. Sorry about this, my people. I apologize. It happens some days, and just like that. Okay, let me see if I can use this. See whether I can save time with this now. Ah. Mm. Oh boy. All right. Hello, can you hear me now? Confirm you can see my screen finally, please. Hello. You can't. So sorry. Internet. Thumbs up plenty. Even now. The weather is really, really bad. Extremely bad, man. Let's see. Really, really bad. Continue. Hello, Michelle, can you hear me? Hello? Confirm if what's the internet live from your end? Whether you could just share on screen and then you perform while I guide from here. Is it possible? Because this is taking so long, more than required, basically. Okay, yeah, just share your screen. So I send the prompts to you, then you move. Let's do it that way. That will save us time, please. Yeah, the same login details for the Canva. So go ahead and share your screen, sir. So then you copy the prompt from WhatsApp. I'm sending it to you on WhatsApp now. Are you there? Yeah, I've sent it to you. The first one. Yeah. So that's Canva AI. Yeah. Thank you so much. The Canva AI. Are you there? So sorry. Good. So now you paste the prompt now. Yes. Then are we following, please? Sorry about this. Let's just do it this way. Let's do it this way. I think because the whole thing is heavier. Yeah, let's do it this way. So sorry about this. So now you have pasted it now. If you check under that place, Mr. Hillary, can you take your cursor to that place we have design? So look at this now. Look at the prompt. But before then, there's another prompt I'm going to send to you. All right. And I still have to share my screen at the end of the day. But let's just keep going. Now, like I said, I'm going to give us that particular this thing in terms of a PDF. So now you have highlighted the design or the outline. So there's another prompt now. This particular prompt is now what will tell Canva what to do. Are we there now? It will tell Canva exactly what to do. So I'm sending it to you now, Mr. Hillary. So you check. When you paste, I'll do some corrections from here. So check, send to you on WhatsApp. Send to you on WhatsApp. That one I said now should come up. It should be on top of this particular one you have now. It should be on top. So take it up, up, up. Good. Exactly there. You can hit your shift enter. Thank you. Exactly. Good. So create, you have create, go up please. So can we do it alongside now? Create a, you have that particular number. So let's make it 15. 15 slide presentation. You put the topic please. You can just copy from what you have already. So it could save time. Yeah, that place you have the subheading. Yeah. Photosynthesis biology, very fast. Exactly. So let's move. I think the internet is stable now. But just continue, sir. Good. Are we following, please? So sorry about these challenges we're having today. Unlike other sessions that have been very seamless, today is just one of its own. Yeah, so just everything you need there, exactly. You can clean, exactly. You stop sharing your screen. Oh. What happened? I think we need to pray today. What's happening? Mr. Larry, own don't go to. All right, so let me take over again. What we know is that we achieve our goal today. At the end of the day, we must achieve our goal. So let's navigate again. So let me copy. Yeah, we're going to achieve our goal. There are no two ways about it. We're going to achieve our goal. Confirm you can see my own screen now. Can you see my own now? Okay, great. Thank you. So I go now. I don't know what happened to Mr. Hilary's end. So I paste here. So I move. Let me get the second one. I wish Mr. Hillary could do that from his end. That would be much sustainable. I wonder what happened. I've pasted this thing now. How come you know they paste? Okay, let's refresh. Mr. Hillary, in case you are back again, just you can continue from where you stopped actually. You take over from me as well. The internet here is not yet stable. Probably because of the rain. So now what will happen is that we're going to paste that particular one. So two prompts, the one you gave it, the lesson content you have, and then what you want it to do, right? The instruction you want this guy to carry out. And there's something else I have to show at the bottom, right? There's something else I have to show at the bottom. So, dear Lord. Today, not today. Today, not really today. Today, not today. Mr. Ali, is that you? Makes sense. So have you changed everything now? Blessings. So go up, let me see. Create the number is still there. You've not included your thank you, sir. Thank you for saving me this evening. Because I don't know what is happening here. So the subject is biology, yeah. Yeah. The number of slides is, let's use, I think I can't remember what we gave GPT before. I think it was 15.
Yeah, 15.
15, okay. Yeah, number of slide 15. Number of slide 15. It's fine. We shall overcome. By now, we would have finished all of these things. Like, by now, we should be done with sessions, even. You know, because under 5 seconds, that guy will deliver that particular thing. Do you have everything now? Okay. 15. Yeah, thank you. Go down, let me see. For each of these, use the subtitle. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here is the full content to use. That particular point now, you have the full content he's going to use. So, Mr. Hillary, now you click on that design. There's a place you have design. Look at that button, design. The design button. That place you have design, image, doc, code, video clip. So you click on design. Look at that point, you have design. Good. So when you click on design, you prompt, you have social media. If I want to create graphics now, I can use that. But for now, I'm doing presentation. So click on presentation. Now on the presentation, it asks you what's the audience you are preparing for. So click on that drop down audience. We can use educational now. Professional, let's say you want to give maybe a presentation somewhere, you can use that. But we just use educational for now. Now for the style, let's have go to style. Let's see the style now. You're going to have scroll down, slide. You have something like something about that makes it a little bit for kids or something. Check. There's an option like that. Which one did you click? There's another one. The second one says what? Second style says what? No, not that one. What's that one? Yeah, click on that second one. I can't see what is written there actually. The style, I mean the style. That style, choose the second one. Can someone read that what you have there? Then the length now. Click on length. The length, keep it to 5 to 15 pages. If you want something comprehensive, you can click that it can give you up to 18 pages. All right. So balanced. Now, that will be all. Let's cross check and see if everything is intact. If you want to give up to like 20 slides, it can produce up to 30, 40, depending on the one you select. So you can hit that arrow button, Mr. Hillary. Good. So let's allow it to process. Allow it. Is that what he brought it to? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So allow it for some time. Though you should have shown you where it's generating the whole this thing. I don't know why it took you to that place. And I would have preferred that black template. Can you click on that? Okay. It's coming now, right? Did you click on anything again? Mr. Hillary? Hello?
No.
Okay. So you could see that it has generated the slide for you. But then from my own end, it would have given you a rundown so that you can edit if there's anything before it's created. It's going to show you a tab. You know, this white interface, I think it was black interface before now, Mr. Hillary. What happened to your interface? It was black before now.
The other system went.
But okay, the other system went off. Okay, that's entirely fine. So you have this now. This is the slide now. So just keep going. Go to slide 2. Both the images, you can edit as well. That's one key thing about it. For example, the text is very small. So you can type on that text. Exactly. So you can increase the size, you can reduce the size. Keep going. It gives you just keep going on the slides. You can edit. That's why I say you need the skill on how to draw. If you have the skill already for Canva, you see that this is a game changer for you. It does literally everything for you. To the next slide, just that way. Keep going, sir. Very fantastic images here. It has done for here already. So you can zoom. You can, for example, these ones are small. You can increase the size and the rest of them. So this is your slide, and this should not take more than 10 minutes because of the internet challenges this evening. That's why it's taking time. Under 10 minutes, you have a slide for your lessons. So keep going, sir. So that's the workflow for the slide using your GPT and your Canva just to get the slide done for your classes. If you still have a presentation to make, follow the same process. But I think for your presentation, just sketch out something you want to do, then give a detailed prompt to GPT regarding what you want to present, and it saves you tons of hours. You can as well change the images. For example, if you click on that image, you can delete it and insert any image you want from that element on Canva. Canva has elements, and I think that's why Canva happens to be the best place to get your slide done. Thank you so much, Mr. Hilary. I don't think there's any. Can you go to the last slide? Let me see. And remember, you can as well put your name. Like you can find a place. That place you wrote SS1 biology. You can just type in your name there. It has a lot of options. So please just go on YouTube and learn how to use Canva so that you can edit some of the content yourself. You can put the images yourself. If you're someone that been creating this slide from scratch or editing templates before now, you know that this makes the work a whole lot easier for you to navigate. So that's for that for the prompt you could use to get your content ready, and it makes the whole work easier for you. All right, so I think can I share my screen now? I think internet is a bit stable once again, so let's try again and hope nothing happens. But it's like Mr. Hilary, just stay in touch. Something else will be done as well from your end. So with that same prompt I used before, I can as well tell it to give me a worksheet. I know there are a lot of platforms where you can get your worksheet from as well. A lot of places you can get your worksheet from. But then having told it to give you this outline already, okay, so I just highlighted about Canva here, how it can get the worksheet for you, what you should type in, and the slide it produces at the end of the day. And also remember that you can be more creative. You can tell it the color, like give it the brand color you want for the slide. You can include the brand colors you want for the slide. You can include, just be detailed enough. Like the more detail you give, the more the delivery it produces. And I think it's better you tell GPT about those details so that it can communicate better. It's more like AI prompting AI. It's going to be very efficient. So just that way, and it makes the entire work much easier for you. That's for the prompts on your slide. So remember, you generate, you design, you export, then you teach, and you can improve on the slide using what you have. So now for the workbook creation now, the same thing. I'm scared about the internet. I don't know whether I should do this again. So for the workbook now, I have my prompt already from GPT. I can ask it to give me a workbook, and I can go to Canva and create the workbook. So the same thing. To save time, I'm not going to do that again. So, but then because I've given that chat or that prompt already, there's another prompt I can give, so it can give me the worksheet based on this particular lesson. I can even include the name of the child or the students. Example, the person's class, the name of the student, so that as the person is reviewing that worksheet, the student will see that, oh, this was designed specially for me. All right. And then when you go to Canva, Canva will give it that particular look, like design it, give it normal layout you want it to be, that you can actually print or download the PDF, or you can make the worksheet interactive, meaning that the child can click the answers and type in the answers and you see the answers as well. I don't know, because of the internet, I don't know what I'm going to do now. But then it's very possible as well. We could do that display. I don't know if the internet will carry us to do that. So I will just click on what do you call it? The prompt. It gives me for the workbook. I paste on it. I go to Canva. Now for Canva now, what you are going to do now, let me just show us on Canva now. Let me share this tab instead. And let's hope it's going to show immediately. Now, confirm you can see the Canva. Yeah. So here now, once you paste that particular thing, ChatGPT will give you now that particular layout of the stuff is going to give you. So now this place you have design. So when you click on design this time, all right, don't click on presentation again. I mean for worksheets, do not click on presentation again. Click on learning activity. So when you click on learning activity, it will ask you the kind of activity you want to do. Then not click on this guy again. Okay, so click on learning activity, asks you the year, which year. Are you seeing it now? It will ask about the year, which class are you preparing it for? All right, so year 7 is JSS1, year 9 is, year 8 is JSS2 here in Nigeria. So you could click the students you are preparing it for. So let's say year 6. So, but even if you click this year 8, but in your prompt, if you include the class you are preparing it for, your prompt will override this particular thing they are asking you. So your prompt will eventually override it. So the subject, you go ahead and select the subject. Even if you don't select, like I said, your prompts override whatever thing they're asking here. So what's the learning purpose? This is where you have to be very careful so it doesn't give you what you don't need. So let me click on the learning purpose here. So for the learning purpose, you click on understand. Click on understand. So for them to grasp more concepts. So you click on that and it gives you a layout. Or maybe should I paste this prompt? I'm just skeptical about the internet, basically. So now, why it has not given me a drop down? Okay, let's see whether I could just do that. Just 2 sec. Let me try, and let's hope that it works through this time as well. Let's try. So let's go back to GPT now, and let's tell it to give us a worksheet. Can you see my GPT this thing now? Set this tab instead. So there's a prompt for it, but because of time, I won't go to that side again. Let me just type something. There's a more detailed prompt, or let me try and see whether I could get that as well within the short time we have. I know once after this section, you can just do well to just watch the recording and practice on your own, basically. To just be creative around the whole stuff. Just be creative around the whole stuff. So let me open it up and see what happens. All right. Okay, let me just go straight up. Generate a worksheet now based on this. Okay, so let me just type then generate a worksheet based on the contents above. Let's say 10 questions. Fill in the blank and multi-choice questions. So you could just tell it what you want it to do. So this thing is still loading since then. Let me refresh. I would have moved on, but let me just finish it to the end. Let's see whether we can finish before 7. So while that is happening, just type it in. All right. I think we can do that on our own actually. So we can move on. So just type it in. Once you get it will give you the worksheet. Just tell it, be specific or not. You can tell it, use the content now. They are using the content above. We should give you a worksheet. Be specific about it. Is it a multiple choice question? How many multiple choice questions? Is it fill in the blank question? What kind of question do you need? How many of them do you need? Just include it and tell it you should use that content from the slide already, the outline of the lesson to give you the worksheet outline. So when it comes, you go ahead and paste on your Canva, and once it comes up, you paste and then do the job. Is that okay by us? Can we continue now, please? Because of the internet and the whole thing I'm getting pissed off already. Can I continue, please? Yeah, please. Let's just move on. Yeah. So just do that on your own, please. Yeah, it should work. It's definitely going to work. Just select that understand. So for the understand, you pick the exact one you should pick, and then you are good to go. All right. So that said, that's how to generate your own worksheet. And good enough, that same worksheet you can make it interactive. And how can you make that worksheet interactive? There are different platforms where you can make it interactive. So I talked about your worksheet prompt. Don't worry, I'm going to send this as PDF to us so that you could have a document for it. You can make it interactive. You can upload to quizzes, like that particular worksheet. You can upload it to quizzes, all right, or this live worksheet. All of them are free for the time being, all right. So you can upload. Then these quizzes, if you want to explore their premium version, is 18,000 for the month, all right. But I don't think you might need that. You can upload it and it becomes interactive, and the answers becomes clickable. So now I will sign up on quizzes now and see if I can just upload any documents. I think there's one I did on before now that we can just use to see how you can make the quiz interactive or the workbook interactive for your students. So let me quickly check if we'll be able to do that right away. So let me click here. Let me go on quizzes. It's quite disappointing that today of all days, the internet decided to deal with us. Yeah, today of all days. So you go to, I've searched, just go on Google, search quizzes, that particular thing I typed there. Their name have been changed to Wayground. They've changed their name to Wayground. So when you go on Wayground, yeah, so I'll click on, I don't want to keep sharing different tabs anyway. So click on, I am clicking on Wayground now. So I will share my screen shortly after it was uploaded. So search on Google quizzes. The very first thing you're going to see is Wayground on your Google. You click on it, and let me hope that this opens as well. Let's just hope it opens. Come on, the struggles. Yeah, so let me share this tab. Okay, confirm you can see this now. Can you see the Wayground now? So Wayground, formerly called quizzes. So just after you must have created that worksheet using your Canva and everything. All right. So sorry I couldn't show you that, but then the same process. Now you see this, you can search for resource actually. So this is where you can download the ones others have prepared already. You can download the ones they prepared from here. Others are prepared. Just search for any topic. You can download, or they have interactive quizzes already. So I'm going to click on create. So I'm going to create the resource now. So when I click on create, I will upload that particular PDF. I will upload the PDF. So what I want to create a quick interactive question. I'll click on this from a particular document. So I'll click on this, then I'll upload. For example, if I want to use one of those slides we used before, I can upload that slide and it prepares question for us based on our slide. So let's continue. It's loading now. I've clicked on assessment, quick interactive questions. Even your slide, you can upload your slide and it prepares question from your slide. It can prepare questions from your slides, as well as videos as well. It can create questions from your videos, passages, flashcard. But let's just do that of assessment now, and hoping that this internet will allow us to do what we want to do today. Both LTLO, the fiber, the cabin, the biscuit, all of them, none is working. It's loading. Can you see my screen? Oh boy. What is Sheshama? Okay, you can't. Interesting. The internet will make me now. Some other things I wanted to show us, I might not be able to do that again now. It's loading actually from my end. I would have said Mr. Hillary should do this from his, but I don't think he has an account with these people. Okay, it's coming up. Can you see the screen now? Confirm. That's if it has not kicked me out of the meeting again. Because it's not showing I'm sharing my screen again. I talk. I talk. Oh boy. I promise to compensate for all of these things, but then let me not to promise. So I'd have said I will record a video later, but then I don't know what my schedule will look like to do that. Very bad. Okay. Sorry, my brother. You can imagine how me I'm feeling, You cannot imagine how I'm feeling from my end. You can imagine how I'm feeling from my end. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can use the tab now. So let me sign up. I think that one is stronger. Okay. Sorry, my people. Session that should have lasted for only 1 hour 30 minutes. Because of the situation of things, we are spanning almost how many hours? Very unfortunate. Okay, I think I'm back again. So why I can't use the tab is because some of the documents are already on the system. But I think because of the two these things at the same time, the internet at the moment not too strong to carry them. Okay. Okay, confirm you can see the screen now. Can you confirm? Please confirm because I'm sweating here already. Can you? Anybody who can see my screen? Nobody, Abby? Even now? Okay. All right. So using the tab now. Let's use the tab. This is taking time. So, but I'll use a different document altogether now. So I confirm you can see it now from this side. I believe you could see. Confirm now. I'm not sharing anything, but you should be sharing. You should be seeing the black screen now. So here we go. Yeah, you are seeing now. So I will look at that create resource. So I click on create resource now. When I click on create resource, let's make it from my interactive quizzes now. So I would have done presentation. I think that would have been better. But let's just upload anything at the time being. So let's select from my device now. And from my device, let me pick something. Where can I get? Choose an action here. Where to get it from? Let's see. But it should have taken me to document and not pictures. I don't know why it's taking me to pictures. It should be document actually. So let me look for a document I can use, just any random document. Let me see WhatsApp business, see whether I can see any slide I prepared for any student or patient. Okay. I don't know whether these are questions, but I'll just click on any one. Let's see what happens. I would have used the document, but then I don't have the exact PDF now. Oh, let me check quickly before I upload that particular one. Let me check. Let me check. So can come. Oh boy. I think what will happen here for us to save time actually. Look at what will happen. Maybe in our next what do we generate from these documents? So question type, I will click on, let's use multiple choice question. Let's use fill in the blank. The number of questions, let's say 10 questions. I believe you can still see my screen now. So very fast. So English, the 9th grade. So this is the document now. We generate new question based on the uploaded content. So let's now create this resource from it. The way my head is banging now, only God knows. So it's going to create your multiple choice question, and then you can the child can log in while you log in as well. All right. Maybe I think in our next session, let's just join right next week. We'll just talk a little bit of, I'll just go through those things once again, so that it should be seamless and the recording will be better. So we'll do that next week as well, just very fast before we start the other session. So just do well to join on time next week. Let's just brush through all of these things again because my head is spinning me already. Yeah. Yeah, did you see that he has done that for me now? So just by I uploaded a document and then he turned it to a quiz for me. Are you seeing it now? So we're going to play the quiz now. All of just click any random answer. That's just to share something very quick. So he has generated the quiz for me based on the questions I uploaded, 10 questions, multiple choice question, and see, he has selected the answer. Funny enough, this thing was more like the slide I used for his classes, but then it turned everything into questions and answers. And you can edit the questions as well, pick your answers. Because of time, I won't be going so deep into this. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hit publish. So when I hit publish now, it's creating my question-based activities, creating the activities for the time being. It's loading. So when I create on publish, but remember you can use their own quiz already. There's a quiz they prepared for you already. They prepared their own already. You can use their own, or you can design your own based on what you are teaching the child. So I can click on assign. Assign means you want the child to do it on a later time. Let's say to submit during the next class, you click on assign and then copy the link and send to the child. But if you have a group class, you want you guys to do it in class and then you observe what he or she is doing. You click on start now. You have the students spaced, which means the students work on their own. After question 1 goes to question 2, or the teacher led pace. That means if the child answers number 1, you be the person to click next. She answers number 2, you click next. So let's use this student space now. And then I click on start. So what will now happen? You go on from your own end now. Let's use just the classic mode. Now, this is what we have here, attempts and the rest of them. So I will click on start. When I click on start, it should show me a link where others can join from. So now from your device, you can do this for me actually. So let's just see what happens. So you could just join myquiz.com and type in these numbers 7394 73934. Go to joinmyquiz.com, type in this number. You join the quiz and I can see that you've joined. Can someone just do that very quick, please? My head is banging seriously because I never planned that this would be long as this. Anybody joining? Give me a thumbs up if you are joining so we can move. Anybody joining? Let's just test run and move. Okay. Nobody's talking. If someone joins, I will see it. Just you type joinmyquiz.com, you put the code, you are going to see that someone has joined already. I mean, how do I join? Just type joinmyquiz.com. Joinmyquiz.com 273. Just go to your Chrome or your browser. You type joinmyquiz.com. It should show that someone has joined. Yeah, someone has joined. That's Hillary has joined. Just go on Chrome, type joinmyquiz.com. Your browser, just type joinmyquiz.com, and then you join very fast. I think I should use Mr. Hillary since others are yet to join. So once I hit the start, okay, a second person has joined. I can see Sam. All right, so joinmyquiz.com. If I have 3, then we'll click on play. All right, I have the third person. Udo has joined. So that's just how to do that. Go to Chrome, go to your browser, type joinmyquiz.com, type in the code. That's exactly what your students will do if you want to play it right there in class. If you don't want to play in class, use the assign button to assign to the student or anybody you want to teach at all. I have the fourth person, that's Esther. So that said, I'm going to hit the start button. So when you hit the start button, check from your own end now, you're seeing the questions. Check your screen now. You are seeing the questions. Some of us that didn't join the quiz, you are seeing the leaderboard now. Esther, Hillary, Sam, Udu. Just click any random answer. Just click answer the quiz randomly. So I will see the questions of those joining. As they're answering, I'm seeing their score. Udo has gotten 1. I think Udo is very good at guessing. Very brutal young man. Mr. Hillary, you're not good at guessing at all. You're not even, this thing is not working at all. So just click randomly. I'm seeing the scores. I'm seeing what is happening. I'm seeing the questions, even the one they failed.
I'm also bad at it. I've missed the entire 2 questions. I said I'm also bad at guessing.
Yeah, very exactly. All right. So you're going to see everything, and at the end, I have 15%. Who is here to complete? Just tap very fast so we can move. Yeah, just tap. Yeah. Oh, Hillary is topping the list. Makes sense. So just that way, it's example for group classes. You can use this. That your slide you prepare, just upload it there, generate the quiz for you, or you can look for questions there on the platform. That works entirely fine. The next platform you can use is what we call Socrative as well. SOC. I wanted to show you that at the time. SOCRATIVE can as well do that. If you have a younger child, you can make use of Kahoot. KAHOOT. Just go on Google. There are a lot of free stuff you can use there to make the class quite interactive. All right. And are you done? It's 10 questions now. I want to end it though. So I'm ending, men and brethren. Thank you. Thank you for participating and for having 0 over this thing. You have done well. So I want to end it here. So when I end it here, you're going to see the first, second, just something like that for group classes. And that's for students. For us, it might not be interesting to us, but then for children, you know how amazing it could be for them. So that's for that anyway. So let me quickly share my screen again so we can move as fast as possible. So that's for that particular one. You can also use that for your assessments, like I said earlier. If you want to assess a child, just get those things done. You can use their own template. They have their own already. You don't want to stress yourself so much. And you want to use the one that have been prepared already. They also have the one that have been prepared. So just go ahead and use it just that way. Are we together? Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me, please. And I sincerely apologize about the internet today and how the whole thing has been going. Some days are just that way. So I'm trying to move the slide to this particular tab. Let me use the tab throughout, since that one is a bit stronger than the system at the moment. So let's proceed. What I will do is that PDF, I'm going to compile it actually. I'm going to compile that PDF, like I said, compile everything that you need to know and how to navigate through. So very quick one. Let me share my screen from here. I sincerely apologize about the delay for today. It wasn't planned, even though I never knew I would still be here till now. The efforts, buying fuel, a lot of these things, and they still brought back the light. All right, so confirm you can see my screen, please. Chrome right here. Okay, I think we are here at the moment creating the resources. I think that's where we are at the time being. Okay. The reusable prompts, Canva, prompts, GPT. So I was talking about how to make it interactive. So you can see my screen now. You can use quizzes. You could use Socrative. Very good. You can as well use your Google form. You know you can use Google form, Abby. We know now. You can use Google form to create your quiz as well. Like you can use Google form, put the points. I believe we know that already. You can use Google form to do your assessment. You have the multiple choice question. You want them to type them in. If you want them to see the score immediately, you can use Google form as well to do that. You can use this Kahoot is for children. It's more like game based. So I think I recommend that if you're teaching a younger child. So purpose and before the benefit. So formative assessment, you can use quiz. For summative assessment, you can use quiz. You have Socrative, you can use formative, you can use Google form. All of those things are very important and it's amazing to make the learning quite easy. So building system that will save time. The most valuable tools is a good system, like I said. And what are those key things? The full teaching pipeline, your Google Meet, your teaching, your assessment, your progress tracking, then the parent report, and then your next lesson. So now the Google tools, I think Google is very powerful as long as I'm concerned. A lot of things you can use right there. You have the Google Classroom. If you don't have, for us now, have our dashboard and the rest of them. But I feel you can still manage your lessons even without having a website like Sismo does currently, having our dashboard and the rest of them. Google Classroom is very amazing when it comes to that. Just go on the platform and sign. I would have done the demo, but the internet is as well a problem. So you can use your Google Forms as well for registration, for feedback. That feedback I spoke about. Go on YouTube, search how to create Google Form. You can even use that to get your what do you call it? To do assessment with the children. They get the answer real time right there. So you have your Google Sheet as well. For me, I use that Google Sheet for tracking the number of classes I've done. I would have loved to share my screen as well. So you see my own what my class list looks like for the students I teach. I don't know if this internet will allow me to do that. So I'm being careful not to get myself worked out again. I don't know. So, but let me see if I can do that now. Let me create this. Let me just check whether it will allow me. Just very quick. I hope you can see my screen. So let's just navigate a little bit and see whether this will be possible anyway. I'm not seeing that icon. I'm not seeing that icon. Okay, I've seen it. So you click on here. Once you load your Google, click on that 4 apps. You can download Google Classroom as well on your phone. So look at this now. For that Google Classroom, there are a lot of new things they added. The last time I used Google Classroom, personally, I don't use it actually, was around 2021. I even saw the videos I did back then. Okay, look at Ike and the rest of them. Ziba, yeah. Okay, because of the accounts, let me switch to Lota. Yeah. So for Lota, I created something around 2021. So I think Bro Mike can relate to what he's seeing on the screen. That was for the lower level back in school, second generation. So that was their tutorial, right? So, and when you click on these 3 button here, so exam preparation with me back then, so you can have announcements, you can upload your materials, click on, where's that thing again? So for classwork, okay, these are the classwork I gave to them. That's the name. I would have preferred using my laptop. That would have made the whole thing a bit more easier for me. You can upload any kind of material here. I'm looking at how can I upload the material again. Any new announcements, I can give announcements here. I can attach a document, insert any video you want to upload. So the child will be seeing anything. So it serves that becomes your own Sismo dashboard. You know, the child will just go there and access all the material. Is it a video you want to send? Insert a link and send to them. Is it a PDF? Is it a video you want to upload? Just go ahead and attach those documents to them, and they're going to receive. Is there a comment you want to make to the class? Type a comment. Hey, hey Hillary, you have your assignment to complete. So this place is a very nice place to tackle and keep notes of them. So this was the material I uploaded to them in 2021. And this was the video right there. I had a class comment. So let me take off this video before you guys will start laughing at me again. All right, so that's for that anyway. So that was in 2021, just recording a few videos for them using the Google Classroom. All right, then you can also create assessment. I don't know why I'm not liking the interface for this. Okay, let me go to classes. Here, I know there's a place where I can create assessment actually. I know I would have preferred using my laptop. It would have made things easier for me. Okay, let me look at new announcements. Attach a file. So for the assessment there's a way they linked Google Form inside here. Okay, sorry, I've seen the create button. Sorry, this was the button I've been looking for all the while. Forgive me. I don't find I'm tired. So you can create a new material now. So it's saying missing message. Why? Okay, let me go back. Is that button I've been looking for? That create button actually. Missing message. I don't know. I will have used my laptop. You can create, if you want to create assessment for these guys. So when you create there's a way they attach it to Google Form. You can create an assignment or a quiz, and it takes you to Google Form because all of them are owned by Google now. All of them are Google tools, all right? So there's a way they linked it right there, and it makes a whole lot of sense that you can take it off from there. Any questions so far? Then for my spreadsheet, let me just see whether the internet will as well allow me to do that as well. So for the spreadsheet, okay, very fast. Google Sheets. Let's see whether this guy will allow me to do that. So let me use this one. Let's see whether it opens through. Confirm you can see my screen. No, not from Drive. I don't need it to open my Drive, young man. Sorry. Let me just see whether I can. Because this is tab, it will operate more like my phone. To operate more like my phone. Computer. Okay. So let's click here. Let me go on it. I think I can share my screen now. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Let's just hope it works. Let's hope it works, guys. My people, my people, my people. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Okay, confirm you can see my second screen now. Anyone confirming for me, men and brethren? Okay. You can see it now, right? Can you? Okay. Though I can't see from my end. Okay. So what can you see? You cannot, Abby? Okay. How about now? You can, right? So so this is for tutoring tracker. Let me not open the second one mistakenly. So for the tutoring tracker, you see a list of, you can just number of hours, you can even include the topics and the lessons. All right. So for every month, you have the time, the number of hours, and the rest of them. So that even at the end of the year, I can tell you the number of classes I taught or the number of hours I taught. Okay. So it can just help. You can create there's a customized template already. So for June, I know the number of hours and the rest of them. Though of recent, I've not updated it. It's still on my notebook. All right. So that's for your Google Sheet, just to keep track of a few things that you always need. Confirm you can see my screen. You saw this thing, Abi? Okay. So that would help to keep track. And good thing is that it stays on your drive, like it doesn't go. You can easily edit at any point in time. You can always at every point in time edit. There's a template already. If you just search on creating a new sheet, it's going to push you through creating it right there. All right. I don't know why the internet is so bad. So let me proceed then to my own side once again. So that's for that, people. So you can use Google Classroom. Just explore. Like, I'm just giving us the tools. There's no way I'm going to go through everything. Just explore. Open the tools and explore yourself. And you see how amazing those things could make your workflow and every other thing that you are working through. How it's going to make it very easy. All right. So Google Meet as well. Your Google Drive, you can share resources with them and create everything you want to do. So it helps. So for Google Classroom, you can create announcements. You can do grading, like insert link, even that what do you call it, that quizzes now that we did, you can copy the link and paste on the Google Classroom, and the child will take it from there. So it's more like a place you can keep track. If the parents ask you what are you guys doing at the moment, you can give proper accounts, like, because you have that structure. All right. But then if eventually you're working with Sismo, all of those things are intact. But then if you are freelancing, you have students you're working with, I think that will be a good spot. You create the account, you send the link to them, and they will join via the Google Classroom. Confirm you can see my screen, please. They can join via the Google Classroom. So please just take some time, go on Google, search how to use some of these Google Forms. It's going to help your Google Sheets for tracking. And then for me personally, what I use personally, my own workflow, I will read and research. For example, if you check this our slides, the way it was presented, you see the images and you see that a lot of time went into it. If you're observant, you see that even the first slide I used, the second slide as well, you will notice that a lot of work went into it. For this particular slide, the preparation took almost 1 week. But not that I sat down through, like I might do half today. Okay, I want the first lesson to be like this. Then as I'm doing something, I might remember, okay, add this one to it. So for me, first thing is the reading and the research. Then the next one I plan. Then I go to GPT. All right. Then from GPT, I will now go to, is it cloud? You guys call it or what? That was what prepared this slide for me. This was prepared with cloud. If you check, it's more like an HTML file because of the way I want it to be. So, but the structure, the roadmap, and everything is exactly what I told it to do. But these arrows is putting there. It's GPT that told him to put these arrows this way. So that's why it's more like I'm using AI to prompt AI. So that's exactly what happened here. So from reading to the research to the planning to GPT to cloud to give me this kind of output where I have all of these things, then to my folder, Google Drive, then to the class I'm doing now to Google Meet. I'm teaching, we have assessment and assignment. Then if I'm doing my normal class, we now upload the videos on the Sismo dashboard, all right? And then eventually I queue it in. So I think this is a system that I use personally to ensure that the work are seamless. And personally, I don't use Canva, I use more of the cloud. So in a month, cloud is 28,000. Yeah, 28 for the month. So if you can pay for that one as well, that's entirely fine. So because it gives you, that guy is amazing. But I think why GPT is more than that, why Canva is better is that it can actually upload those images. If you check the images I put here, it wasn't that easy to insert some of these images here. But for Canva, you can easily walk through. But Canva will not give me this kind of flow that this guy gave me here. Like this kind of flow. Okay, all these images, created the folders, inserted them for me, right? So I'll look at the mappings, quite beautiful and amazing. And funny thing is that it was earlier this morning I created this. So the planning takes more of the time than the execution. I think I started doing this around 4 a.m. this morning. Yeah, sorry, that was 5 a.m. after some key things. And keep prompting and prompting. Any mistake, correct this slide, remove this one, and it delivers what you need under few seconds, provided you've done your work. Look at the screenshot I inserted and everything, and that makes your work quite beautiful and amazing. All right, so that's it for the digital tools I think we need. In our next class, I'm going to do a rundown again, just a very quick rundown because of what happened in the session today. Other things I wanted to show us, including that so creative, see how it works, how you can use this. A lot of things we would have done today, but then so sorry for the bridge in transmission today. So that's it for today, and I hope you got something that you can as well expand on. So far so good. This is where we started from. We have the mindset. Tell us why we teach. That was the first one. So the second one was the skills that determines how we teach. Then the next one is the tools that increases our efficiency. Then the systems, and then the impact. So by next week, we look at the opportunities. How do we keep getting students? How do we, and the rest of them? But then I'm going to do a second view in another brush through, both Google Form and the rest of them. Let's just do a walkthrough again on the entire flow on that. So before we close, check yourself. What are the tools you have already? So which one do you need next? What are the systems you need to build? And what is that investment you're going to make within the next 6 months? For me, I'm very big at anything I work with, I don't play with it. I said that, I think was my first class. I would prefer to wear one shoe, but to have like 5 gadgets that helps me work. I don't care, because eventually with the tools, I can buy the whatever thing that people are buying, So for me, I think it's top notch to invest in whatever thing you're working with. So for the next 6 months, what can you invest in that will make your class seamless and beautiful? At the end of the day, the money is going to come back. So building your teaching workspace. So my assignment for you now, just create a 1-page plan. What are the tools you have currently? What are the ones you need? So what are the next 3 investments, and which one matters most? All right. And then the assignment I'm going to send on the chat, you're going to create your lesson using GPT and Canvas. I want to see the outline that GPT gave you. I also want to see the slides you created on Canva and the quiz you created as well. All right. So that will be the assignment. And please differentiate the instruction. Do for a visual learner, do for a learner that learns based on hands-on, and do for all those things we learned last week. Just ensure you put that into work. So remember that great educators are not defined by the tools. What about the PDF? Yeah, I'm going to send it. Yeah, I will prepare the PDF, including the assignments, so that it will be easier to follow through everything. So remember that great educators are not defined by the tools they own. They are defined by how intentional they use the tools they have. So find one that works for you and stick to it. And that's all. So excellence grows one investment at a time. Before you know it, you have all that you need. All right. So remember, next week, we'll have Build Your Career, including these steps You can see that it was the cloud that actually arranged this way. I said I need to be in form of a ladder, but then see how he highlighted the 4th week. Very beautiful. So we've done mindset, we've done skills, we've done the tools. So the next one that will be upcoming will be opportunity, how to build a career. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of us next week. So thank you so much for being with us today. I sincerely apologize, first of all, for coming very late. Secondly, for the internet and a lot of things that happened today. Maybe because it rained so heavily, maybe because a lot of things happened. And I promise it won't happen next week. I will ensure I make proper arrangements. Maybe because I was so exhausted before I started running around for the fuel and the rest. So thank you so much for joining. Any question, you could feel free to ask. So what I'm owing us now are the PDFs I ought to send to us after the session. So please go on YouTube and marry YouTube so much. Let YouTube be your friend. AI has made the work a whole lot easier. All you need to do is to think and then allow the guy execute for you. Thank you so much. I wish you the very best as you navigate this week. May the Lord bless the work of your hands, and may you find favor before kings and noblemen. Thank you so much for joining. I will see us next week. God bless you.